Hi, my name is Daniel Ford, and this is my personal reflection on the business ethics module. Throughout this module, we have done topics such as normative ethics, distributive justice, international aid, whistleblowing, business bluffing, and CSR. My favourite part of this module was probably the normative ethics, whistleblowing, the effective altruism, along with the Peter Singer TED Talk video, and the creation of the e-portfolio and tutorial classes itself. In normative ethics, we learned about the normative theories of egoism, utilitarianism, and Kantian ethics. Egoism showed us how selfish businesses such as Ford in the Ford Pinto case uses an egotistical theory or egotistical view and puts profit above the people by not implementing safety standards and ignoring it, basically putting their own consumers' lives at risk. Utilitarianism shows us how when you make a decision, how the action and consequences will benefit you and the other people in the group involved, so it'll benefit a lot of people. Kantian ethics has showed me that before you make a decision, you should think about the consequences. So will that negatively affect a person when you make a decision, and would you want to be that person? So you're basically putting yourself in their own shoes, which again in the Ford Pinto case, the manufacturers would not have ignored the safety standards and would have implemented them if they were going to be their own consumers. The whistleblowing topic has showed me how whistleblowing in general is a dangerous thing to do. It can negatively affect the person who blew the whistle. It can cause them to work in an uncomfortable environment if the management does not take action onto the people that were affecting the place negatively. Effective altruism has showed me how as a society we should be more generous to the developing world or to the needy. This can be seen through small donations to Trócaire or other Irish charities such as St. Vincent de Paul. The Peter Singer video and TED Talk was really interesting, as we got to see how effective altruism really works and what it's like. He showed us an example of a professor who was giving a significant amount of his wage and also living a comfortable lifestyle. So he was a very good altruist. The tutorial classes were very good because they were something we hadn't done before. So in the tutorial classes we were allowed to voice our opinion more and get involved with our class more. So it was different to other classes that we have from other modules, so that was a nice thing to do. The portfolio itself, the creation of it, it was a more creative matter. So obviously I'm studying business, so there's not a lot of creativity in it unless you're doing marketing. So this was a nice thing to do, with something different. We got to create a portfolio based on how much interest we showed into this module. So obviously it being a good portfolio showed us how interested we were. The class project itself was obviously poor in the end because of the storm, but building up to that, it was nice to do, to get involved as a class and just put a project together. So I was on the marketing team along with 5 other lads, and we basically did a Christmas team and a countdown team. So I was given the poster for the last day, so I was number 1. So I created a poster on a website called Canva, and then basically made the poster and sent it out to the social media team, who uploaded it, and then it was all going to go ahead. It's basically for the quiz as well, and then obviously the college closed, so the quiz didn't go ahead. But basically this module has changed my way of thinking through the use of the normative theories and effective altruism. The normative theories have shown me how before you make a decision, the different ways of thinking you can make. So obviously through egoism, utilitarian, Kantian, would you make that decision based on them? Effective altruism has shown me that we can be better people by donating more. So instead of buying something materialistic, we could use that money and give it to a charity, which is nice. It would make yourself feel like a better person than rather than just spending it on materialistic things. And those two topics of the normative theories and effective altruism is basically the key takeaways and what I will basically keep throughout after this module. as they like you can use them in a day-to-day basis rather than just in the business world. So like that's a nice thing. So overall, like the project or the module was very good. I learned a lot of things that I wasn't really sure about before I did the module. I didn't realize how much like ethical reasoning went into businesses, and how much like the social status and like CSR, so basically their reputation of the business, mattered because of like societal problems such as environment. So yeah, it was nice. It was a nice module. I liked it.